Welcome back, chemistry fans. We are going to do the third homework assignment with your heat. So let's jump into it. We got a little bit more math-centric questions. I think there are 3 questions for you this evening. So here we go. The first one is with our new formula. It's the same formula. We have delta H equals mass specific heat change of temperature. Well, what we learn now is that the heat that you add is equal to the negative of the heat out. Since the heat out is already negative, if I multiply it by a negative, that will turn it into a positive. So I know that that sounds a little bit redundant, but this is so that both sides of this equation are equal. And then what we're going to do is we're going to substitute in. So we're going to have who is gaining heat in this case is, let's read the question. It was heated to 100 degrees and then put in water. So the water is going to be who gains the heat. So this is for water, the mass of the water times the specific heat of the water times the change of temperature of the water is equal to the mass of the metal times the specific heat of the metal times the temperature change of the metal. Okay. So now what we've got is a few pieces of data that we can start to substitute in to solve for the specific heat of the metal. We don't know that, but we do know 59.04 grams of metal, 59.04 grams of metal. I forgot what it just said. 59.047. I don't know my specific heat of this metal. I do know, however, that I have 100 grams of water because a milliliter of water is the same as a gram. The specific heat of water is 4.18. Now let's go about figuring out the convoluted temperature scenario because the hot metal is being put into the cool water. The water was initially 23. It ended at 27.8. So 23. So the metal was at 100. Sorry, the metal was at 100. And it ended at 27.8. The water, there's a negative in here, so let me make that a little clearer. Now the water started at final minus initial 27.8 minus, what was the water starting at? Let's see, 23.7. Okay, so now we got some math to do. So 27.8 minus 23.7 is 4.1. That's a positive value, but 27.8 minus 100, that's going to be a negative 72.2. CP, we don't know. 59.047, we do know. Negative value here. 4.1, 4.18, and 100 over here. So let's simplify. 100 times 4.18 times 4.1 gives me 1713.8 equal to 59.047 times 72.2. Now those two negatives are going to cancel each other out. Good for us. 4263.2 CP. So we divide both sides by 4263.2. 1713.8 divided by 4263.2, and we get our specific heat. That is going to be equal to 0.027 joules per gram degrees Celsius. That's how we solve this. Thank you so much for your time. I will talk with you again soon. Farewell. Bye.